Dear listeners, just as a heads up, there were some small audio issues going on with Shan's microphone during this recording, so you will catch instances where it sounds like Stavias' lines are skipping. I promise this will just be for this episode and the following episode. I tried to clean it up the best I could, but I do hope you don't find it too distracting. What all happened last session?
A tense conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. For a while. Now it's calmer now. Stavias and Vae have reached a sort of understanding.
We're one step closer to being the best friends that I know we'll be.
Especially once you've learned the boundaries of it's not nice to read people's minds.
Yeah, Vae found that out, and that almost came to...
Well, hey, it's called survival. Ever heard of it?
Trying to read the paranoid assassin's mind, and then telling her about it.
We've got a paranoid assassin, a paranoid diplomat. We're both Eldori.
By mentioning her equally paranoid friend who is off doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Enjoying her musical career. Just not a good person to threaten on a variety of levels. Because then you have to deal with Whisper, and you have to deal with Farida's dad.
Oh, that would be fun.
Who was basically sort of almost like the leader of North Korea's secret police equivalent, or the CIA, in sci-fi North Korea, except for he just fled along with everyone that works for him.
Meanwhile, my dad's a horrific oligarch.
Yeah, your dad is definitely a greedy capitalist. Which, by the way, we eventually need to come up with a name for that company.
I'll write some stuff down and I'll send you some options. Because I've got kind of an idea of what he does, and it's not cool.
Gotcha. I also look forward to the list of sci-fi swear words. Because you said you were gonna do that, and I'm still waiting. You gotta give me time. Crafting swear, I have to think of their history, I have to think about how linguistically they've evolved in the space. So y'all had a tense conversation while Maria and the rest of the crew,
watched on.
While Maria dug up everything she could find on both of you. You don't know what sources she used, and then just circled up in the group and they all talked over it, decided, we're gonna give you a shot. Spectre's logic is, they may be chaotic, but they could be useful, and at least this way they will not die in the process of learning manners.
I promise you guys were so useful. You didn't see the cool pre-episode that we did yet. Everyone here right now, we killed it. We just haven't really hit our stride in the main game.
You killed a few things.
It's a wild time.
It was very funny. I non-lethally do like 16 points of psychic damage. He had 2 hit points left. His brain's jelly. He's not dead, but he's not doing alright. So, and I believe we left off with, Stavias is passed the hell out of sleep.
It's a bed.
It's like after lunchtime-ish. Not quite dinner time. Got a couple of hours, and we're just off while Spectre figures out what we want to do now. Oh, I also remembered Stavias and Bal were just chatting with the AI in their room for a bit. Because Nell is very nice. Also, smarter and more personable than most AI.
Makes me wonder, is this AI a special AI? different from another AI? I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Mass Effect, so I'm like very into the AI.
Want to know what I was doing a couple hours ago? Playing Mass Effect 3. Oh boy, does the start of that game hits hard.
It's such a bummer. I was playing through it and then I had to stop because I was like, man, this is making me really sad.
Back on track. Val, what are you doing while Stavias is napping and once you're done chatting with the AI? Or what are you chatting with the AI about?
Yeah, still be chat with the AI, just anything. Just small talk. Nothing super deep, just kind of just asking the AI just about general questions like how long they've been on the ship and just basic things.
Nell certainly appreciates it. She was created off of the ship, but she's been on the ship for most of her existence. Like, they started creating her off of it and then moved her onto it. She was a bit of a prototype, and she's very fond of everyone in the crew. She also might ask you a couple questions about yourself. Just being friendly, nothing too, like, deep or probing. But just like, we have new people, they're talking to me, yay!
Yeah, that's what.
So, Vae and Anima, what are y'all doing?
I'm actually gonna knock on Val's door.
Okay. Val, while you're talking to Nell, you hear someone knocking on your door.
So yeah, I'll just go to the door. Assuming it's Stavias.
Does Stavias knock when entering your room usually? I feel like they.
I usually don't ask.
I was gonna
just-
say.
That's
I was
a good
like,
point.
hi.
It's a good point.
You might have to, do some talking with Nell to get her to let you do that, because she's big on, like, being polite.
We're gonna have a conversation.
But yeah, still going to open the door. Be kind of Anima.
Hello.
Hello. How is it going? He's still pretty. Val's still pretty like just new, so it's just kind of yeah. So just come to check up, or is there anything I can do?
Oh, so I was wondering what you and Stavias like to have to eat. I was gonna make dinner soon, and I wanted you to feel welcome, I guess.
Anything. I am not picky. Stavias, on the other hand. Hold on a second. Let me write it down, 'cause it's gonna be, if I say it's gonna be too big of a list for you to to memorize, so I'm just gonna write it down for you, because it's a lot of stuff, but...
Let's be real, you probably have, like, a digital
Oh, yeah.
version that you could easily just send to people just for efficiency.
Let me send it digitally right now, let me get that just sent away. But me, I'm happy with anything. I mean, I've survived off of less desirable things, so for me, whatever, but here's just some list, and yes, it is this long that for Stavias, so anything on there, they will be fine with.
Stavias, how long is the list of things you'll eat?
So the list of things I actually eat, it's deceptive, because the list of things I eat is actually very short. What the long about the list is all the things I can't eat, because it'll hurt my fragile constitution. I don't like super spicy things. I generally tend to stay away from those. I do like flavors, but only bitter or sour things, because it helps my immune system. And I don't eat leaves from any planet. And if there is even a single bit of a leaf in there, I will be very upset, and I will not eat the food, and I will throw it away.
So no herbs? Or just it has to be chopped up that there's no actual leaves?
No leaves.
Anima, you've dealt with many people with diets like this before, so it's just like a flashback to some of your old jobs, and you're just like, oh god,
Can I
no.
actually roll for that? Can I roll for that? Can I get like a memory roll?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh god.
Wisdom. Give me wisdom roll.
Oh! I up my wisdom. Oh, I'm not on Anima anymore because I was trying to figure out things. Yeah, I no longer have negative wisdom.
Yay!
Woohoo!
11.
Most of your memories of having to cook with restrictions like this were from Federation officials, but you know you've had other friends and other people you've helped cook with for before, like no particular names or faces, where they also had like different dietary things where they had to avoid specific things. But the only people quite this intensely specific were usually Federation officials' kids.
You'll also notice that there are some things where it's just like no food of origin, no food from this planet of origin, no food from this planet of origin. Most everything like that's human-based food out the window. Can't do anything that human. It's too gnarly for me.
You're gonna have to dig into some old memories of recipes because you've been cooking for humans for the past like 4 or 5 years. I don't remember exactly how long.
5.
I'm gonna say like you can kind of remember and you have access to just a shit ton of recipe books, so you'll be able to figure it out. But it's just like, oh cool, this is gonna be great.
Right.
I'm just like, man, Stavias probably ate like a cube protein. It just makes me laugh.
It's like space chicken nuggets. Protein cubes.
I mean, we've had space mac and cheese, so it's about time we had space
Stavias
chicken
is
nuggets.
that like, if his mom makes anything else but his chicken nuggies, then he'll be really, really mad. Do you know what I mean? That's the real thing. That's why the list is so, because they only eat a specific thing that their like mom used to make for them when they were like a little kid, and if they don't get it, then they get it the entire time.
So Anima, how are you reacting to this?
This is hard because Anima as a person does not like to think bad things about others, but this is a little bit frustrating.
You've had a lot of practice hiding that frustration, though, from having to pretend like you were a mindless robot.
Very much so, yes.
Because there was a lot of thoughts going through your head whenever you read that. It was like, don't let them know, don't let them know, don't let them know, don't let them find out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no pressure. You got this.
Do you want to come help?
Oh, I've tried, and yeah, you got this. I believe in you. I know we haven't known each other for that long, but you got this. I mean, the worst thing is they'll just throw it out the airlock, but it happens. They might throw it out, but hey, that is no reflection on what you're cooking whatsoever. So, but just do your best. And I think you're gonna get this. I mean, it's a good challenge. Look at it like a cooking challenge. Hey, let me try to make something new. So, but you got this.
It's so rude.
All right. I'll see you later.
You're not gonna bother knocking on Stavias' door.
That's fair.
No, I'm not. I already have the list.
True. Plus, I'm pretty sure you could probably hear faint snoring, which is impressive considering how soundproof these walls are.
I was gonna say.
I mean, sometimes you snore real hard when you're really tired.
Yeah. And I'm not really paying attention to where I'm walking. I'm scrolling through the list. I realize I've been making motions you could see me, and my camera won't detect. So I'm just motioning to myself. That is the exact motion I'm doing, Alexis.
Yeah, it feels like scroll. Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just what? It keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going. Where does it end?
There's also little comments Stavias in the list. Just little fun witticisms if you eat this, if I eat this, I'll die. Just little things like that.
Vi sees that.
Just gonna meta comment, don't show Vi
Yeah.
this list.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, Emma sees that and was like, I can't see this.
Yeah, basically.
The gag of it is you don't know if it's a joke or if it's truth because it's written by beside a lot of things.
My question is, how many of these things has Stavias had to eat in the past couple of years? Because it was either that or just don't eat anything for like weeks.
They always found a way.
As in eat it, or as in complain to Bal enough that Bal has
The
to
second
go
one.
find them food they can eat. Yeah. I have a feeling.
So while Anima is trying to see if this list actually has a bottom, Vi, what are you doing?
Let's see, she's already found resources for translating the book. So yeah, she's probably gonna continue that.
Roll intelligence and how long is she spending on this? Like an hour? Is she gonna do it until dinner time?
Let's start with an hour. See how that goes.
Okay.
Ooh, that was a nat one, so not well. Not well for a first bit of translation, I'm guessing. Because yeah, even with plus and
It takes you a while to figure out you're holding the book upside down.
that's just mean.
Cause, well, just with the cover design, it's hard to tell. Cause you might have also been distracted by the sound of snoring coming through the hall.
Yeah, let's blame the snoring. Okay, yeah. Alright. So at that point, Vi will sort of stop it as like a bad job. Right now is not a good time. And then let's see.
Yeah, as I say, most of your side projects are kind of done.
Yeah, she's kind of at a loss a bit. She might message Farida a bit saying, hey, we got 2 new crewmates. None of them are dead yet, so...
She's doing alright. She's really proud of you for not killing anyone yet.
Saying the main issue was they can read minds, and so they found out that we're friends, and I took that as a security risk. But there was no bloodshed, so that's good.
I'm pretty secure you've met my dad, right?
That's not the point.
Also, you've met me.
Yes, I've also seen you put in a piece of electronics in your mouth and then have it short circuit. Yes, I know. It's just they had information that they weren't supposed to, and I didn't know how. Then I found out that they had read my mind, and I took that not well, but it's... Then you hear like an ellipses, and then she sort of like dots of I typing and deleting. And we've reached some sort of agreement, so it's not really a problem. But they claim to be a big fan of yours.
Response back. Apparently I have a lot of those. Still getting used to that. Also having money.
Just don't blow up too many doors, or else you won't have a lot of money still. But I'll let you get back to it. See ya.
Yeah, got a meeting in a bit, so gotta go. Talk to you later, and no promises on the doors.
There never are.
God, that was still my favorite episode ending was. Well, there was I cast Blaster blew the door off its hinges, and as she says that, you hear the alarm going off.
Alright, so I think Vi then will ask Nell where everyone is, just generally. See if she want to hang out with anyone in particular.
I think Spectre's in one of the conference rooms talking with a friend via video chat. Anima's probably in the kitchen at this point. Who would be piloting? I feel like Ty's probably piloting right now. Lex is still in engineering, working on stuff.
Okay.
And Tully's probably hanging out up in the helm with Ty, monitoring comms from up there.
I don't know.
Stavias is still passed out asleep. And Bal, are you still in your room, or what are you up to?
Yeah, I'm still in the room, just chatting with Nell. Or Either that or sleeping. Probably sleeping at this point.
Just you've dozed off. Nice nap time, because holy comfy. It's not a super posh room, but it's very comfortable.
Yeah, a lot more comfortable than other places we've had to sleep in, so a lot more comfortable.
To most places, it's not hard to get more comfortable. So who are you gonna go hang out with?
Since seeing that Spectra's talking with her friend or someone, and Ty and Tally are busy with whatever type of relationship they have going on, which doesn't... It's just figure they want some alone time, maybe. Vi will probably go to the kitchen to visit with Anima for a while.
Alright. Anima's still scrolling through the list, trying to figure out what to make. You just see her, like, scrolling on this tablet.
What you got there, Anima? Seems long, whatever it is. The recipe or something?
You could say that. Yeah.
Maybe you should have asked for what Stavias will eat. That might have been a shorter list.
So what type of food is it for? Is the recipe for?
A welcome meal.
Oh, cool.
Super cool. Distract me.
Okay. Well, I'm not great at distracting.
At least not in this kind of context. You're really good at, oh hey, look over there, stab.
Yeah. Just not, like, casual, friendly, distracting. Okay. Well, I just messaged Ferida. She's doing relatively well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I told her about the thing with Stavias. She wasn't overly concerned, but I said that we've reached an agreement, so it's fine.
Yeah. Not overly concerned about much.
No, at the moment. I'm not used to that. Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever asked you this. Do you like any sort of kinds of jewelry?
Jewelry?
Well, I am a jeweler.
That's true.
Anima from before that you could now remember might have, like, some jewelry.
See, that's the thing.
But you haven't thought about it until today.
Yeah, I haven't ever thought about it. So I feel like I should need to roll and see. Because right now she's still kind of stuck on that voice that was in her head that was saying when I asked about my hair, like, 1,000,000 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The one echoing yours, it looks better that way anyway.
Yeah, that one. So, at first, Vi's question sort of confuses her. She's like, I guess I've never really thought about it.
I don't know.
I'm functional. I don't need to be pretty.
Well, some jewelry can be functional. It just has to be designed with certain specifications in mind. But fair enough.
Also, for Blake and Shan, if either of you decide it would be fun to have your character wake up and wander into the kitchen at any moment, you are welcome to.
I think Stavias definitely springs up because, they've been on the run for a while. You never sleep for too long, so they're not used to sleeping late hours. So they kind of come to, they look around, they remember where they are, and then they wander into the kitchen and see Anima and Vi, and they're like, oh, goodness me. Are there snacks on this ship? I am very packed.
There are. Anima, you would know where most of the food in the kitchen is. I mean, you don't know where all the good game night snacks are yet, but...
Anima's eye sort of twitches, and she goes, "Help yourself," and turns back to her conversation.
Okay. I'm detecting some animosity from you. Care to share with the room?
You can also roll insight if you would like, Shan.
I would. Ooh, never mind. I drew you because I rolled a 3.
Well, man, these dice rolls are great, guys.
We're doing a bang-up job.
I just start rummaging through the kitchen, trying to find things. Every time I find something, I'm like, can't eat that. Won't eat that. Definitely not. And then I just give up and I say, okay, well, there doesn't seem to be very much to eat here, which is scary to me. But I'm sure that's something we can rectify whenever we land somewhere else. I do shopping trip. How are you?
Anima, Vi, where's your conversation gone while Stavias was rummaging through the shelves, or were you just kind of shooting them a dirty look?
I would say Vi, after seeing Anima's odd reaction to Stavias coming in and asking about food, I think Vi would mental message Anima and be like, what was that about?
Anima kind of like makes a face and like squirms a little bit in her seat. And then she like flicks the tablet back on and pushes it your way.
Oh, what are you reading?
So Vi's scrolling through.
Oh boy!
Yeah, she looks probably at the top of the list. First being like, what is this? What it things Stavias will eat, will not eat, what eat. You aren't kidding,
No.
right? Some of these have to be a joke, yes?
Is that dietary restrictions list? I worked very hard on it. It took days to write.
I'm sure it did.
I know it seems intimidating. Honestly, I'll try to eat whatever you put in front of me, but no guarantees.
And you didn't think to give us this list before we took off from a planet?
I just assumed the vessel would have everything to cater to that need. Did I assume wrong?
You hear this weird sound that sounds like an AI giggling. There's just this weird, like, small incredulous laugh coming from Nell.
Interesting.
Which is definitely different for most AI.
Nell, something to add there?
Oh no, it's just been a while since we've had a person on board that was so particular.
I wouldn't call. I think particular is a strong word. I have specific tastes. Not particular ones, but specific ones.
I have access to all dictionaries in all known languages. It is the best word for the situation.
Well, alright. Sure.
The best word or the most polite word? Really? No leaves. Nothing with leaves. What?
With leaves, I will vomit on the spot.
What does that even mean? So no herbs or nothing can look like a leaf?
All I can tell you is no leaves. I've never had to explain it before.
Did anyone ever try to read this list and then try to kill you? Because this is... I know some people that would...
Well, no, that's because Bal always tastes my food for me before I eat it. Well, he doesn't taste it. He usually smells it, because he usually sniffs that kind of stuff out if he tries hard enough. There was one unfortunate occasion where we made them very, very angry, and they brought us to their home, and then we sat down and we were getting to eat, and then Bal was like, I don't know, but I was so hungry, and it looked like it was made to my specifications, and then I ate it, and wouldn't you know it, there was an earthless leaf on there, and that's 2 big no's from the list. I vomited, and then I cried. And then they took that opportunity to punch the face and steal all of our money. Took us months to get it back.
Earth?
Earth is in the Federation, so I don't know if Stavias fully realizes that they've eaten something from a different part of space that no one knows about. Have we established if you know about the Federation or not?
Yeah, it's like, Vi hears Earth and is like...
You might have, like, some vague awareness, but I don't think you know.
I thought it would make sense that I would be aware of a lot of stuff because my dad is so wealthy that it's impossible for him not to know everything that's going on. So by I've had to like kind of meet with very specific people. I don't know if the Federation's I might not know a lot about like the Federation itself, but I always pictured I knew a little bit more than the average person would.
Well, because with how it is, the Alliance is only, like, just within the past, like, couple hundred years or so become fully aware of, like, where the Federation is. Like, they've met people from it, but they finally, like, found where it is, so they've been trying to figure out, how exactly do we approach these people? They don't seem very friendly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not common knowledge within the Alliance, but...
You probably, like, have heard of it, and you know, like, the Alliance is trying to figure out how to approach to begin negotiations, but it might be, like, all... Actually, yeah, that's probably all you would know.
Okay, so then I think instead of it being an Earth no-no, then I think it's probably just that it was it was space lettuce, and space lettuce is a big no-go for me. It makes me sick to my stomach. I don't know the name of, like, other planets' salads.
That's fair. Or it could be from... So there are two planets that are primarily human population from where they actually came from, the Federation, so it could be from one of those, but you are welcome to name it because I haven't yet.
Sure. Ooh, I know a lot about mythology. Hold on, let me pick a brain. I think it could be the planet Aphrodite because I never hear of a planet named after a goddess. Could have dealt with, like, a human person on one of those planets, or was passing through that planet and was trying to make us food based around there, and they fed me something, and it made me want to die, and it was a piece of lettuce, romaine lettuce specifically, which shouldn't exist.
So it's Aphrodite lettuce.
Yeah, it's not Earth lettuce, it's Aphrodite lettuce. Disgusting.
In your research, you probably came across, like, when you were early on trying to get a fix on what? For, like, all of these different races, you probably came across the name of the two planets, and dang it. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna say the other one's Hephaestus.
Cool.
Because I want to be like that. Aphrodite and Hephaestus.
Vi just sort of keeps on scrolling and sees the comments of Dai and is like, Well, for future
No ideas.
reference, Stavias,
No.
it would probably
No.
be best
No.
to give lists like this. Vi is saying this over Anima's nose, but Vi's not reaching for a weapon, so Anima's not gonna have to think about tackling her.
Vi doesn't have to reach for a weapon.
I'm not sure how much Anima knows that.
I don't know if she does.
It's an expression anyway.
Still, just no.
Yeah, just no. Just in future reference.
Like a
give-
dog that's about
Yeah.
to do something bad. You're like,
Yeah.
I see it in your little face. Stop it.
In future, if you are planning on going on long trips, or especially joining a crew, lists like these may be good for you to give, and not just to expect other people to have magically.
I suppose it's fair. I just assumed that this would be very common enough that it would just be kind of a universal thing, but that's fine.
A lot of these are not Stavias, but we'll see what we can do. Vi, mental distance, Anima. I get why you were upset. Yeah. Just slides it back over to Anima.
At this moment, Nell pipes in. I have already forwarded a copy of the list to Spectra and Tali.
I don't appreciate this.
Do we hear any swearing in Kesh?
Spectra found it particularly amusing. You just hear laughing down the hall.
Stavias, it's more that you waited until we had already left the planet and are traveling and jumped into hyperspace before giving us that.
Well, did you ask for it before we left?
We didn't know it was a problem. You and Bal were the only ones who knew about it.
Well, maybe it should be part of the ship custom to ask new crew members what their dietary restrictions are before taking off.
Nell pipes in again. I have checked these against medical records. Most of these are not allergies.
Yeah, I figured that now, but thank you.
Not currently recognized allergies, but they could still very well be allergies that have just not been discovered yet. I'll just say that.
Psychosomatic, maybe?
World meta comment that I forgot to share. Basically, the Barrett letter created this massive database where people can store medical information. It's impossible to crack. So ships do like a full scan to get everything they need, but information is only accessed as needed. So Nell didn't just look through that, she just compared to see if there were any things that pinged, and most of those were not listed as things you were actually allergic to.
Nell starts selling our data to other companies, to other AI.
No, that's... So Spectra was hired to see if she could hack into it early on, and she's still trying to decipher what she got out of it 20 or 30 years later. It's very, very well protected. The Blair are good at keeping information secure.
Okay. So, like, does the leaves thing, like, apply to tea? Like, things like that, too? Like, what all counts as leaves?
Don't drink tea. I don't do leaves.
That's
at
very
all.
sad.
Yeah, you
If
should
it's
have
a
told us
leaf-
about this black mark on your against your character before you left.
Just, that's it.
Yeah, like, that's the line.
Oh my gosh, I said at work for the first time that I don't like coffee. I thought I was gonna get fired on the spot.
Oh boy.
I also get that too. I hate coffee.
Me three. Yeah, I agree. Approve.
I didn't like it, and then I started working with 3rd through 5th grade girls at the 9 o'clock service at church, and yeah, that's how I got through that. And then college. But yeah, Ballad, if you at any point would like to wake up and just wander into this conversation, or wander off into a different conversation.
Eventually, because he realizes something, like he's like, well, because he hears Stavias get up, and he's like, well, something's probably going on, but I'm gonna enjoy this rest right now, because he's about to go. He's like, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. I deserve some rest. They'll be fine. I deserve a little rest. They'll be good.
Amazing.
So Bal will eventually, but now he's just like taking. It's like, I'm gonna take some Bal time and just take a little nap. He will shoot Stavias a message saying like, just some please be nice, just like a very basic, just like, hey, taking a nap, but please just be nice. Just be nice.
Don't get yourself killed while I'm
I'm
asleep.
being so nice, though. I'm not saying anything inflammatory.
And I just text back, just be nice. Just be nice. Just
So, I do kind of picture that Bao is currently just like cocooned in blankets, like, I don't want to move, I'm so comfy.
it's like a jet, it's like a swab, and it's like all like the blankets that are in there. So
It's just like a little lizard face poking out of his cocoon of blankets.
we try and like claws, like trying to text, which like that's why it takes so long. But that's why I just copy and paste the same thing. Just be nice. Use that way.
Please.
Dude, you need to trim your claws, man.
Come in handy sometimes, when you're finding some way you don't want to show you have a weapon. No, it's always good to have a backup plan, just in case.
Fair.
So yeah, eventually, so Bal will arrive there probably like an hour or so later. He's gonna finish his nap, and then he's gonna show up at the kitchen or try to find his way there.
Plus, Anima's there, and you're pretty sure she'll keep Vi from stabbing Stavias or anything.
Pretty sure.
There is one thing kind of obvious. Well, because you said the AI laughed earlier, and that's like not common AI to do, no?
Yeah. Most AI don't just randomly giggle at comments like that.
So I think since like this seems to just be getting to a point where people are just like, Stavias, your diet's really messed up. I think what they're going to do is look up and start to think about it, and then go back to Vae and Anima and completely change the subject. Did AI just laugh?
I mean, technically I guess if she's anyone's AI, she would be Spectra's, but... Yeah, but also, why are you trying to change the subject?
Okay, the ownership, the most important part of that. And you're fine with the laughing. That's not weird.
I mean, we don't have as much experience with AI. We were in a more remote part of the universe when we met Spectra, so...
Would you like to either roll, like, insight or lore to see what you could figure out from what she's saying?
Okay, so that is a 21 on insight.
I'm just gonna say, because you've traveled around a lot, just with what you know, there aren't a lot of places in Alliance space that don't have knowledge of AI. So she's either, like, from somewhere in the fringes, like, so she's from somewhere way out there, but she seems pretty smart for that.
Okay.
So there's something to that, but you're not sure what.
I'm not going to dig into that.
Probably wise. Probably survival instinct kicking in.
So then I guess I just turned to Nell, and I'm like, what model are you? Where were you built? Where, like, what kind of do you have? What's your vibe? Never heard an AI... I mean, I've heard AI mimic laughter. I've never heard an AI outright giggle. No judgment. I'm just curious. There's a lot about this ship that I don't know, and I have agreed to travel, so I'd like to be made aware of things.
There's a couple of seconds, and she responds, I am a prototype unit that was designed by Reich Security. They have since pivoted their approach to AI technologies. So I do not know if there's a particular title attached to what I am.
Are you capable of experiencing emotion?
Not in the way you do, no. But I do assign value to ensuring the safety and well-being of the people on board the ship, the people listed as crew.
But you obviously are capable of humor, because you found what's happening funny, no?
I believe Spectra and some of the others have been teaching me about humor and so forth. I have adopted much from them in the 100 years I've been in existence.
Fascinating.
Been through a variety of upgrades and expansions since my initial creation.
Have you been with Spectra for 100 years?
Yes.
Is the Opal Star 100 years old? Were you with her in some other form, with some other ship or apparatus?
The ship has been through a variety of upgrades, mostly physical, some technological, and to do with the programming since its creation. But yes, I have been a part of the Opal Star since its creation. Or more accurately, since it was built enough to be able to house and sustain my processors.
And was that 100 years ago? Or later than that? When was this ship able to house yourself?
It has been approximately 113 years to be specific.
Cool.
It took some time for the ship to be completed from when it was started after Spectra graduated from university.
And you're capable of learning and absorbing information. You think things are funny. This is very, very interesting. You're the first AI I've run across that seems so... I don't know how to describe you. Anyways, I am eager to see what you cook up, Anima. And then I kind of look at you both, and then I'm like, do you think that you need / want to know? I'm an open book. We have talked, it's been tense. So I'm curious if there's anything that you wish to know about me before I retire back to my room or go out or just explore the ship. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet.
So I'd say also if you would like to roll lore to see what you know about Reich Security. Also, Vi, you might have, come across them in researching stuff.
23.
Okay.
So Reich Security's a pretty big company. For a while, it was in the Reich family, but other families have taken over ownership just because the last surviving member of the Reich family moved into a different industry. She works more with medicine. But they do a lot of work in advanced and innovative security measures and defensive measures. They do make and develop quite a few AI, none quite like Nell, but they have done some innovative approaches to the way AI process and interact with things. Not true intelligence, but different approaches, and they also are known for having some of the best controls on their AI to prevent them from developing some very problematic viewpoints when it comes to organic beings. So Nell definitely does kind of feel like something they would have developed, and just with the way AI sometimes evolve, because they build in some parameters to allow evolution and development. And that's actually how they've gotten as far as they are, but they also do a lot of work with advanced shielding, ship design. You imagine they probably had a bit to do with the design of the Opal Star, though some of it, maybe not all of it. But yeah, they're kind of a bit of competitors with your dad's company.
If you guys don't have anything that you need of me, or if you don't need any more explanations about my list, I would love to continue a conversation with Nell back in my room. But I don't need anything. Do you want to ask me anything? Again, last chance before the book closes.
Listening to Aboard the Opal Star, an Esper Genesis 5e actual play podcast DM'd and produced by Brian and Jean as part of Pseudonym Social, a creative podcast network changing reality one story at a time. Vilena is played by Alexis Workman. Anima is played by Casey Glover. Stavias is played by Shan Smith. Balamar is played by Blake Francis. And the theme music, as always, is by Patrick Chester of Chester Studios. If you don't want to wait to see what happens next, you can get early access to our episodes over at patreon.com/pseudonymsocial. If you like our show, please consider leaving us a review on your favorite podcasting app so people can know where to find us. We couldn't do this without your help. To get more information on this or any of our other shows, check out our website at pseudonymsocial.com.
Are you enjoying the show you're currently listening to?
Is that weird for anybody else?
Only if you make it weird.
Check out Good, Better, Quest, a D&D real play podcast on the Final Plank Network. Our group is working their way through earning their bachelor's in dungeoneering and all of the hazards that accompany it. If you are looking for laughs, tears, and friendship, Good, Better, Quest is here for you.
You would waste your life when there are plenty of other options. Why would you do this?
I hold up my hand to Moth. Helping your friends is never a waste.
Search Good, Better, Quest on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And check out Final Plank's other shows at Final Plank on social media. But remember, it's better than good. It's Good, Better, Quest.